Writers have a crucial role, whether it's on film or television. Without the power of their imagination, there would be no stories coming to life on the screen. Here are this year's nominations for Best Writer. Dyma'r enwebiadau.
35 diwrnod, Siwan Jones, Will Roberts.
Hyw'n iawn?
Hyw'n iawn? Pam so di jyst yn gofyn Sally straight up? Na, ffendu nhw ddim drugs, okay? Ond falle geiff ei suspendo, achos bod rhyw snitch di gweud celwydd amdano fe, okay?
Sy'n mysio bo fel na?
Nag oes e. Condescending bitch. A sy'n mae Richard, Sally? Dal i war a happy families, te? Tan y tro nesa, fe?
Stella, Ruth Jones.
You must be Sean, then.
Yeah.
I'm Auntie Brenda. Listen, I'll come straight to the point. I got no time for flighty northerners. Flighty northerners in leather coats on mopeds with hankering for older women. Now, you look after Stella and you and me get on just fine. But you mess around with her head and her watch-call and you'll feel the wrath of my weft, good boy. Do you understand?
Brenda, you know I love Stella, don't you?
Love isn't worth the paper it's written on, Boot. Still, nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Y Gwyll, Hinterland, Jeff Murphy.
Laddwch chi merchu dyfan. Nag ydi di diodd digon.
Dyna nhw fyth fo wedi cael y ferch fach na. Dyle fo gyda fi.
Pam? Mae'n y byd dyle hi fod gyda chi.
Alice oedd yn ferch chi.
And the winner is Jeff Murphy, Y Gwyll, Hinterland.
It's a bit surprising. Thanks to everyone on Hinterland. It's a joy to work on. A real pleasure. It isn't always, like with all things, when you're developing scripts and ideas, it doesn't always work the way you want it to on all sides, and sometimes it gets a bit weird, you know? But at the end of the day, you get there and the thing comes out and you end up here somehow. I don't know.
Can you tell us a little bit about the origins of the story and how you came about creating it?
Okay, so it begins with, I don't know, the idea of the investigation of putting a body somewhere where, you know, where nobody knows what she's doing there. I mean, it's all about the girl in the red dress. She's stuck there in the middle of nowhere and unravelling it backwards from there, really. It's a very simple story, I think, and that's the secret of it. I think if it works, and if people think it works, it's the simplicity of it that's come through the development of it that makes it work. And it seems to have worked.
It's such a compelling story, but also the way it's brought to life on screen. What do you think it was that really engaged with the audience and hooked them in?
I think those first 3 frames, the guys, the white horse, the girl in the dress, I mean, you got to stay with it from that point on. And I think that's the secret of a lot of stories of this genre, that you have to give the audience something that's more or less impossible to begin with, and unravel it as deftly as you can within your craft as you go along. I mean, obviously, you know, you're never going to be 100% successful with that. But if you work your craft, you should be fine, and you should get to the end of it and tell a compelling story. And if people have enjoyed it, that's wonderful.
And it must have been an interesting process to go through writing it in Welsh in language and then in English as well. Was there any kind of did it change anything? Did it throw up any surprises?
I don't think so. No, the process of development in any. Well, it's a film, it's a feature film. Unlike the 60-minute or the 55-minute, you've got time to develop character, you've got time to work with your characters and your story and allow the camera to tell as much as possible. So I don't know whether language would change anything. If you're doing screenwriting properly, then the camera tells you the story, and the people, I always compare it to song, you know, the camera is the music and the lyrics come from the voices of the actors. If you get that right, I think you're okay.